Hi everybody, it's so good to be with you again, just to encourage each other. And we are looking unto Jesus, Hebrews 12. Okay, we just fix our eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith, who for the joy, I want you to get this word, who for the joy set before him endured the cross, scorning its shame, and sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. And I love this, that it says for the joy, and that was, I guess he had us in mind. That wasn't just the Jews that he had come for, but for us. And the increase in his family, the nations coming in, for the joy set before him, that his death was not in vain. And then we go to Romans, and that is so beautiful, and it talks about, also you will see this, so the encouragement of the scriptures. I was particularly blessed with these verses, and that is in Romans 15, and it says here, for everything, even Christ did not please himself, but as it is written, the insults of those who insult you are fallen on me. For everything, listen to me, it says here, for everything that was written in the past was written to teach us, so that through endurance and the encouragement of the scriptures, we might have hope. And this was so, it was like Joseph just came to my mind. He came to my mind, and it was like his life to be an encouragement to us. And we know his story, how his father pampered him. He was the favorite son and made the special robe for him. And he was just the foolishness of youth, because he began to dream. He had this coat that the father made for him of many colors. I believe that it signified the different giftings in him. And we'll see later in his story and how he made use of these gifts, and particularly the prophetic. He began to dream, he dreamed of his brothers and falling on their faces, bowing to him. And then also he saw other great people. I'm just even interpreting that. But then the foolishness of repeating these dreams to his brothers, making them so angry and even hate him more, because he was the father's favorite who pampered him. And so on one day we know that he went to take stuff to them, and they were so angry, they threw him into a pit, and fortunately for him, a pit without water. And came these merchants, and they sold him to the merchants. He ended up being sold to Potiphar, ended up in his house. But this was God just taking him step by step into his destiny and to fulfill this dream. And I suppose if we look at our lives, we found ourselves in a pit and then taken out of that and into the next thing, and you're just wondering what next. And Joseph, here he is in Potiphar's house, and he gets promotion there. And then the next thing, as a young man, it says, flee the evil desires of youth. Here comes this Potiphar's wife, and she's tempting him, come and sleep with me. But he runs, he flees, and he ends up in prison from that. Potiphar's angry and believes his wife, and is thrown into prison. Now this is where you might yourself feel that we, through this lockdown, do I deserve this? What have I done to deserve this? Is God punishing me? Is God punishing us? What is going on in the prison? But God is saying right there in the prison, remember one thing, I know the plans that I have for you. I know the plans that I have for you. And I just want us to look at that very quickly. And that Jeremiah, we quote that a lot, but I want to show you something perhaps that you haven't even noticed. And we need to take notice of this. And it is so beautiful. Jeremiah 29, he says, this is what the Lord Almighty God of Israel says. And he says here, build houses and settle down, that's verse 5. Plant gardens and eat what you produce. Maybe you've never been a gardener. you're locked up in your house. You don't have to be. You got a little yard there. Maybe you can start planting a garden. Okay. And even, who knows, sowing seeds of the gospel into your child. That might be, who knows what that child is going to grow up into being. Okay. Have you got that? Plant gardens, plant gardens, plant gardens. And I believe also locked in there, and it's so beautiful that you can use your gifts, begin to prophesy over your children, begin to prophesy over your neighborhood, begin to prophesy over our city. He says, pray for the city. Pray for the city that I've called you to. Remember, I've got good plans for you. And out of this this prophesying and praying over your city, praying over your streets and so on, who knows what can blossom. And I believe the same for myself. Yes. Okay, and it says here, then you will call upon me and come and pray to me, and I will listen. You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart. I will be found of you. I will be found of you. I would just like to leave you with a blessing. May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in him, so that you may overflow with hope